Good morning. Welcome to week 9 of our technical writing course. I hope again that the class has been going well for you. If you'll remember, last week we talked about making technical presentations, and we talked about creating user manuals. And we talked about lawnmowers and cars and computers and all the different things and that we interact with a user manual on. If you become a technical writer, it might be very common for you to be asked to write a manual on someone's system or computer or whatever. If you're in the IT world, a user manual may have something to do with buying a new computer and setting it up and all those sort of things. So it's not unusual to be a technical writer, have to put together a manual. But we're going to switch topics this week in week 9 and can't really call this technical writing. We're going to do a week of how to write resumes. Now that you've learned technical writing and you're passing your classes and you're going to get close to graduation at some point, next step in the progression obviously is writing a resume, going out and getting a job that you can use your newfound knowledge in. So this week we're going to be dealing with resumes. There are a couple of different kinds. There's chronological resumes that are based on time. There are educational resumes and skill resumes that focus on education and skill sets, and there are resumes that focus on jobs, all the different jobs that you've had first, and so forth. And all these resumes contain basically the same kind of data or information, but a lot of times what is emphasized is where we place the data. Does it go to the top of the page? Does it go to the bottom? For an example, a chronological will start with the newest job and work your way down to the oldest job. Or it may be, if you're focusing on education, your education and skills and stuff may be at the top of the resume instead of traditionally down at the bottom, things like that. So we're going to talk about how to write a resume and all the different formats of resumes, and some best practices and tips to get people to look at your resume. I know that a lot of folks will say they send out as many as 100 or 200 resumes and get 3 or 4 interviews. So we'll talk about some tips and tricks and things that will help, hopefully, get your resume noticed. So that's what we're dealing with here in week 9. Obviously, this is a lot more easier subject than some of the things that we've been dealing with. If you got any kind of questions or concerns, please let me know. Being week 9, you should have turned in your week 8 project by now. And then don't forget that we have our final exam coming up in week 10. It has been turned on. You can do that anytime you want to if you want to start early. And I look forward to seeing you over in the Zoom session again this week. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in class.